Good morning, we just woke up. We had an amazing night's sleep. Check out the hotel room, it is so spacious. The charging is going to be super interesting because I have to go over 700 miles home, but it's going to take about 11 hours. So let's see how well this Tesla does in charging. I think it should be fine. Should be fine. We'll see together. I currently have a 2023 Tesla Model 3 rear wheel drive. It has an LFP battery, meaning it can charge to 100% without degradation. The only problem with that though is it doesn't charge at super fast speeds. So I think the fastest it can charge is about 150 kilowatts, or that's around the max that I've seen. However, towards the end of the charging curve, it doesn't taper off as much. It like tapers, but not as much as a lithium ion battery, which will go lithium phosphates will kind of keep the same voltage. I might eat some leftovers from last night, but that won't matter for you because we're just gonna hop in the car. So, all right, let's get it. I love the weather up here. It's sunny, it's super bright out, but it's still got a little bit of wind and it's pretty cool. All right guys, so I think the only thing to do now is just go home. Oh, look at the superchargers, boys. Oh my goodness. Jeez, look at how low we're getting to each of them. Yo, 5 charging stops. So we'll see how many charging stops we actually make, what our range is going to be, how this all works. If we do what this says, I should arrive home at 10 p.m. at 16%. Check that out, guys. This whole Seattle trip, we're gonna be traveling over almost 3,000 miles. So we can reset this. Boom. This is going to be our stats for how we get home. Let's hit the road. Guys, I feel kind of bad. I didn't update you. So on our first supercharger stop, we didn't really go too far. We've only done 3 miles, 6 minutes, about 300 watt hours per mile, but it's gonna take us about 2 hours to get to the first charger. It's a 130 mile trip and it's going to be there with 24%. Let's see what time we actually arrive with and what percent we actually arrive with. Woo, that's bright. I'm gonna be driving the speed limit the entire time. I have a bunch of stuff in the back. I got a refrigerator, I got an air fryer, I got an extra 1 kilowatt hour battery, all camera gear, tons of clothes. Oh, and don't even get me started about the frunk. It's completely full. I feel like driving the speed limit is a good medium. I'm not sure if you go like 50 or 60, if it's less aerodynamic, then go like 69, 70, because not only the wind resistance you have to think about, but also the travel time, right? So there's a bunch of different factors. 69, 70, as long as it's slightly under 70, I've heard is the best range for the Tesla. So we'll keep it at 69 so we can still do good speed, as well as be fair to Tesla. Oh guys, I found a semi-truck. You know what that means. It's time to move that follow distance all the way to 2 and draft. Let's just draft the semi. If you're not too familiar with drafting, that's okay, I don't blame you. Basically, it's that you go behind a semi-truck, set car distance either 1 or 2, that way you're relatively close to them. Now, it doesn't really matter because autopilot is gonna drive you the whole way there. Like, what? I'm not gonna drive, the car is gonna drive. But while the car is driving behind the semi-truck, you're basically driving behind a wall, so all the air resistance is hitting the semi-truck and passing over you. In theory, this means the savings of the wind is passing on to you. I mean, we're kind of behind a wall, technically, like if you look at it, right? Think about it. So that's the plan, that's what I do sometimes, and I'll let you know this time if we can get there with any more percentage, though we will be going slower, obviously, and so we might take a little bit longer to get to our destination. I'll let you know how much more percentage we arrive with and how much longer it takes, so you can use that knowledge for yourself. Oh look, there's another semi-truck. It's going a little bit faster. Maybe we'll go behind that one. Oh, and before I leave you guys for a second, we just started preconditioning our battery for fast charging. All right, y'all, as we start to charge, before we get any mileage or anything, I just wanted to let you know some stats. It took us 2 hours and 20 minutes, did 247 watt hours per mile. We drove 136 miles. It says 20 minutes charge remaining until we need to continue the trip, and that's perfect to use a restroom at Arby's. It's like right there. I'll check on the restroom, see if it's good, but there's a ton of stuff to do here. This is like a primo de primo supercharger because you legit have a ton of stuff. You might even charge too fast to do everything. So let's tap our battery. Oh, it's already 100%. What? Okay, so preconditioning is kind of goated, guys. So navigating to the Supercharger will save almost 5 minutes of charging, but it consumed about 5 miles off our battery. Again, my LFP battery, this is a 250 kilowatt hour station. I'm not even pulling half that, and I'm not splitting with anyone. No one is next to me. So yeah, that's the downside of LFPs, but because we preconditioned, it's only gonna take 20 minutes to continue the trip. That's probably different than the full charge though. I'm assuming that's different, but why is this such a great supercharger? Well, if you wanted to camp, there's RV camping right there. There's tons of cars over there too. So if you have an electric car, you could probably find a wall outlet, plug in there for the night, sleep. Don't know what the prices are, but you can look that up based on where we are. Woodburn, Oregon, baby. And check this out, y'all. Do you like shopping? Because this is a humongous mall. Boom, 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 and then boom, all sub buildings around it. And what's awesome is it was legit right off the freeway. I know this is Supercharger 1, so it doesn't mean much, but this is the best Supercharger that we've gotten to so far today. It doesn't mean much now, but let's see if any of the ones that we will visit later will top it. So after using the restroom, we got 66 miles and we'd only have to wait another 10 minutes to continue our trip. This is a nice supercharger area though. I really like it. I do want to note though, we could have definitely skipped this one and went to the next one. And the reason why I say that is because we got here with about 80 miles. Now, okay, we have 80 miles left on our battery pack. We're right here at this supercharger. This supercharger is only 17 miles away. Still a fast charger and it's at Tesla. So we definitely could have used this one. I don't know why it didn't reroute me, but whatever. The next stop is this one, which is 63.4 miles. Bro, we are going to skip that one. Here's my thing, guys. I don't know about you, but for me, I would rather stay at my current supercharger for longer rather than have to make multiple stops. Now, I know as you charge, your charging rate decreases, right? The curve of how fast you charge decreases. But for me, if I'm already here, I would rather just sit here than have to take another exit, charge. So yes, it takes longer, but fewer charging stops. So it really depends on you. Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below and kind of why. We could probably make it, can we make it all the way back into California? Probably not. I have 260 miles at max range, but with the weight I'm carrying, I doubt that's gonna happen. Because if we did 136 miles, we got here with about 80 miles, that means we only get about 210 miles. So that's a little bit out of our range budget, but maybe we could stop at one of these, like we're literally right before we're about to go into Cali. That could be the move, guys. We'll see what the Tesla says when we full charge, because I'm gonna full charge here. All right, I'll catch up with you when we head out. We have enough to complete the trip and we have 25 left till we're full. So it says we're gonna get to the next supercharger with 39%, but you know how I drive, your boy is super efficient, so we might just blow past that supercharger, honestly. Feels a little bit naughty, but we're gonna do it. All right, so everything's kind of reset. We're starting with 259 miles. It should take us about 2.5 hours to get there, but again, we're gonna try to go past it. So we should be getting there a little bit later, a little bit lower, but a completely different supercharger. Our energy consumption is pretty linear for this whole trip, so let's see what we can do. Alright y'all, a little bit of an update for you. So I'm getting a bit hungry. I kind of want some food to eat. I don't have any in the refrigerator at the moment, so we definitely gotta stop somewhere. Thank goodness I have a coupon for a free burrito at Taco Bell, the most authentic Mexican food in the United States, so we got it covered. Unfortunately, it's not going to be one at the supercharger we originally were going to, so we're going to have to reroute. In 45 miles, we're going to make a stop. I'm not too worried about charging because, again, remember there is a supercharger right here I'm gonna plug into while I eat, edit some videos, and then maybe we can get even a little bit farther, maybe into California without stopping again. It's been a super relaxing drive. It's been really nice. The farther south I go down, it's getting warmer. I can feel it. Man, that Washington weather was pretty nice, guys. This supercharger stall we actually went to coming home from our Washington trip last year. So there are a lot of stalls. 51 stalls, 250 kilowatts max, 44 cents flat per kilowatt. So we'll take a look at that once we get there. The trip is saying I'm gonna get there with 42% in 44 minutes. So I kind of messed up the last, result. Sorry about that, but hungry. So our new kind of update is 44 minutes, 50 miles, 42%, and we've currently gone 87 miles, an hour and a half with 230 watt-hours per mile, which is not bad at all. See you at Taco Bell. Just turned the air on, so I wanted to let you guys know. I'm gonna set it at a constant 73. It'll always be on, probably for the rest of this trip. We're not even in California yet, and it's hot. 70 degrees outside, but that sun is down on the Tesla. Tint don't matter anymore. Perfect. Alrighty, y'all. So we're here at the Taco Bell with the 51 chargers. Quick recap. We got here at 105 miles, 41%. For the current drive, we drove 138 miles, 2 hours, 17 minutes, used 234 watt-hours per mile, and that's pretty good because 138 plus the 105 we have left is gonna give us about 143. And so that means we did pretty good mileage-wise. Because remember, charged a little bit under 260, so even with all the weight, the roof rack, and the light bar up there, we still did pretty good.
Happy to report that the restrooms smell good and are very clean.
Oh, I got the free thing and a limited edition thing. Back to light cycle. We're reporting a very calm, cool, warm cabin. It's very nice in here. We have 25 minutes remaining on our charge. We're pulling 88 kilowatts and we're getting about 400 miles per hour. We've added 83 miles, and all I did was order some Bell. Okay, I don't think I'll have enough time to sleep. You know what's crazy? People are like, oh my god, charging takes so long. I'm barely gonna have time to eat, and I kind of want to take a nap. It's like, bro, charging is not that of a, oh my gosh, I have to charge. Not that big of a deal. Guys, this was a secret thing I ordered. Apparently, there's a Cheez-It in here. A huge Cheez-It. I can kind of see it poking out. There's a legit ginormous Cheez-It in there. We're done charging. I didn't have time to edit anything. We literally ate and charging is done. Air back on to 73. We're staying comfortable. We're finished calibrating and we're about to leave. I wonder what supercharger it skipped, because I think we were supposed to stop at this one for sure. Now we can make it almost into California. Not quite. Dang it. How far away is that? 122.8 miles away. Our drive is about 122 miles. It's gonna take about 2 hours to get there. We'll arrive with 41%. Let's see again what we actually do. This is going to be a long one, guys. Check this out. We went from Washington. Well, technically we went from Canada. We went from Washington. We went through Oregon, and now we're going back to Sacramento, California. All the chargers completely emptied out too. There's legit no one here. There's 50 stalls. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think this place needs 50 stalls. All right, don't fall. What it needs is a flipping trash can. All right, y'all, we out of here. Guys, look at the humongous mountain in the distance. I have no clue what that is. So the charging stop is right here, but we're still in Oregon. I think we can go past that because it's saying we'll arrive with 39%. Not too much far past it, but if you look at this one, this charger that we're going to is 23 miles away. Cool. And then we have this charger, which is 51 miles away. So we're adding an additional 30 miles. I'm gonna change where we're currently going to this one, and I'm gonna see if, well, we can make it, because if we can make that, maybe we can make this one. This one's 74 miles, so that will be a bit dicey. The main reason why I'm looking at this is because I want to fly my drone over here next to this mountain, Mount Shasta. All right, guys, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I clicked done. It reset everything. I hope you guys saw those stats. Sorry about that. Currently, we've gone 104 miles, but an hour and a half, 267 watt-hours per mile. So we're not doing the best at all, but sorry, I just redid the whole map thing, and I'm sure the energy chart, yeah, reset. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, it looks like we dipped. Maybe that's why it wanted us to charge before we got too far. So it's saying we can make it to this charger, this one right here. We can totally skip the last Oregon one, but we're gonna get there with 20%. I say we don't risk it and we stop to charge here, and then we'll stop at the other charger next to the Shasta Mountain. Let's Let's put a little boop right here. So we aren't gonna precondition on this one. We actually haven't preconditioned the last two. I don't really care too much. Don't let that scare y'all, guys. I'm not too worried about negative 14% because there's literally chargers everywhere. And we're about to charge right now. We're gonna get to our current location with about 40% battery. So I'll probably charge for like 20, 30 minutes. Hopefully not longer than that. Oh, also I wanted to tell you guys, I've seen like quite a few hitchhikers just on the side of the freeway. 3 of them were on the side of the freeway, like on the edge, but there was one dude who's in the middle, that side. Ah, crazy ballsy. That's like insane. I wonder if that's like a common thing here in Oregon. Probably is. I don't know, but I've seen more hitchhikers here. Like they have like a little basket that they're wheeling. I'm assuming they're hitchhikers, or maybe they're just nomads. I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments below because I'm like super interested on that. Guys, there's like nobody here. This is awesome. Let's back it up into the closest one. Nice, y'all. Actually, I don't know why I'm parking so close. If anyone parks next to me and there's all these here, you suck. So we drove 125 miles, so 125 plus 100. Ooh, we only got 225 and our max is 260. I guess it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it took us 2 hours to do that. So that's not too bad, right? I think that's pretty good. What do you think? I think that is good. Now we're at this charger, it's pretty cheap. Let's see. So we got 250 kilowatts max. I didn't precondition. Oh, I'm pulling 121. That's pretty good. We are pretty low though. We got here at 40%, 105 miles, no restrooms. Okay, there's no restrooms here, y'all. I said I said to myself, when we drop below 80 kilowatts, we are gonna leave so that we can just keep going because it's gonna take us another at least hour and a half to get to Weed, which is where we can get a great view of Mount Shasta for the drone, and it has a supercharger right here. I'm hoping it is a good one. We are just going to add it to a stop and we'll get there with 49% solid. So we'll just charge to full while we fly. I've never been to the supercharger before, so I clicked show superchargers and there's no supercharger. What's happening? Guys, I might have messed everything up, but I needed to end the trip because for some reason it wasn't showing. Yeah, see, there's a supercharger right here. We got any pictures? Yeah, it exists. It's a V4 supercharger. So we're just gonna drop the pin. Where do we drop the pin? Probably on the side, question mark? You know what, forget it. We'll precondition whatever, just navigate, just take me there. All right, y'all, we're headed there right now. And we've just got into California, baby, we're home. And the sun is going down, it truly is. So good, could have been better timing, but good timing. Lady, what's your problem? Let's see what these new V4, okay, you can't really see it, but let's see what these new V4 stations can do. It's all the way back there. Super long cable. They got a pull in over there for trailers. Nice. All right, we have enough energy to continue our trip, duh. Let's end trip, swipe down again. We might only need to stop at one charger. I'm down for that. We're gonna get there with 33%. So let's unplug and go now. If it was less than 30%, because of my bad arrow at the moment and how heavy I am, I would just stay here for a little bit longer. But since it's above 30%, let's put this back in and head on out. See you at the next charger. All right, y'all, so we made it to the Supercharger and it's actually wanting me to charge to 100% for this trip. I've never seen that before. That's not too bad. We preconditioned a little bit, so we have 35 minutes until we're max. That's not too bad, but we are only getting 60 kilowatts right now, which is weird. So it only takes 35 minutes, but I mean, 50 kilowatts, I mean, like, okay, we're not charging very fast here. Not at all. So our last trip, so we have current drive. We drove 118 miles. We have 100 miles left, so we got a little over 200. It takes almost 2 hours to do that drive. Is really mountainy. Now we're here at the Supercharger. We're gonna fully charge. Oh, it updated. Look, okay, first off, now it's ramping up. We've got over 100 kilowatts now, and now it says 25 minutes to continue trip. So ramped up the kilowatts, and I don't know if it means to drive the whole way home. No, okay, it does mean to drive the whole way home, so that's good. It only takes 25 minutes, but I'll probably charge a little bit longer because I like a bit of buffer. But 119 miles, it's going to take us about probably 2 hours with drafting. That's what I'm assuming, but it's saying once we leave here 2 hours. So I'll check in with you guys before I leave. This was our previous energy usage. We were pretty efficient on this drive, and overall, yeah, we're not doing too bad for this one. How much have we driven so far? So we've driven about 582 miles with another 100 to go, so about 700 miles to get home from Washington to Sacramento. It's honestly not that bad. Like, if you think about it, it's not terrible. We use 147 kilowatt hours of total energy, and our average energy is 252 watt hours per mile, which isn't great. I think the least efficient part is my light bar on the top with the roof rack. I'm gonna do something about that though. So what I'm going to do is get one of those little things that go in front of the roof rack to make it more aerodynamic. I think that helps. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna try that. Prime Day is coming up, so your boy's gonna order it, and we'll see if that makes that a little bit better. Also, if you've noticed any whistling when we've been driving in the past videos, yeah, that's because of that up there. So hopefully it cures that too. What's crazy is my home is 119 miles away, but we're gonna get there with negative 16%, right? 119 miles, but it says we have 144 right here. What the heck? How do we not have enough mileage? Tesla, what's going on here? So just an FYI, there are only 9 stalls here, and it maxes at 150 kilowatts. And you know what? That's enough for me, because I think my max is 150 kilowatts. Even preconditioning, I never seem to be able to charge more than 150 kilowatts. So for me, it doesn't matter. Great station for that. But here's the thing. It's 9 o'clock and there's a hotel back there, Best Western. You gotta sleep. You can sleep in your Tesla, or you can sleep in the Best Western. Starbucks is open till 9 p.m. I think that there's an Asian restaurant over there that closes. Hey, there's a Little Caesar across the street. But if everything closes, there's no restrooms. The Starbucks restroom is really nice, and the Starbucks itself is super nice. I recommend checking that out if it's not past 9 o'clock. I got here like 12 minutes before the cutoff. Alrighty, so it looks like we're gonna charge for another 10 minutes, and then we can make it home. I'm probably gonna charge for another 20 minutes just to have the extra safety buffer. So I still have no clue how we're supposed to drive only 119 miles. We have almost a full charge, 250 miles, and it still thinks we're gonna get there at 52 miles. Okay, so this means the trip should take 200 miles, right? Wrong, you're wrong. Tesla, if you're lying to me, because I have free home charging, if you're lying to me, and I just used 100 miles that I had to pay for, I'm gonna be mad. I just landed and I have something to say. I got home with 52 miles of range. So our current drive, we did 121 miles, 1 hour, 37 minutes with a 346 miles per mile. We landed with 52 miles. So that means oh gosh, guys, and it probably would have been worse if we kept driving, but we only got 153 miles on our current drive. Yo, look at this. So staying under 70 would have saved 22.7 miles this trip. Yeah, so about that. I set the autopilot speed to the max. We'll just say that. Here's what I have to say about that. I saved about 10 minutes on my trip, but it took me an additional 10 minutes to get that 10%. It's not really worth it because you would have to pay for that extra 10% to charge, right? Might as well just drive normal speed, the speed limit, under 70. That's all I'm saying. We're home now. Thank you for joining me on this trip. I super appreciate it. If you want to see more range videos, if you want to see more Tesla videos, all trip stuff, leave a comment below. Let me know where to go. Stay subscribed because we got some crazy stuff coming up.